In this video, we'll go through exam questions that cover the criteria compare metric measures of length including millimeters, centimeters, meters and kilometers. You can locate the questions on the mathsmaths.com website under entry 3. The questions come from different exam boards. We'll start with the non-calculator questions and then we'll move to the calculator questions. Here is the first one. Brett chooses a hotel for his trip. Style Hotel, 450 meters from Stadium. Fair Hotel, 1 kilometer from Stadium. Brett says the Style Hotel is 650 meters nearer to the Stadium than the Fair Hotel. Is Brett correct? Show why you think this. So we should know that in 1 kilometer there are 1,000 meters. km means 1,000 meters. Just like we use K in social media to mean 1,000. Like a video might have 2K views, which means 2,000 views. It's exactly the same here. So the Fair Hotel is 1,000 meters from Stadium, whereas Style Hotel is 450 meters from Stadium. Brett says that the Style Hotel is 650 meters nearer to the Stadium than the Fair Hotel. So if we add 650 to 450, does it give us 1,000? Let's have a look. That's 0, 5 and 5 is 10, so 0 down, 1 carried over. 6 and 4 is 10 and the 1, that is 11. So 1,100 meters, which isn't the case. So this tells us that Brett is not correct. In fact, Style Hotel is 550 meters nearer to the Stadium than the Fair Hotel, not 650. So that's where he's gone wrong. Paolo put some boxes of sweets on the shelves. Box A is 8.5 centimeters wide. Box B is 82 millimeters wide. Box C is 8 centimeters wide. Put the boxes in order from narrowest to widest. So we've got these lengths given in centimeters or millimeters. First thing is that in 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeters. A ruler helps you with this. So normally you see a centimeter and you have 10 divisions in there. So that can help you remember. So this means now that 82 millimeters, you'd imagine 8 and a bit centimeters. So that is exactly 8.2 centimeters. It's like dividing 82 by 10, which we can do here as well. So how many tens would fit into 82? That would be 8, and we'd have 2 remaining. So put a decimal point there and in the answer, and we can add a 0 after. How many tens into 20? That's exactly 2. So 8.2 centimeters. So comparing now 8.5 centimeters, 8.2 centimeters and 8 centimeters. Which of these is the smallest? That is 8, because these are the two have more than 8. So that is box C. After that, comparing 8.5 and 8.2, 8.2 is smaller than 8.5. So that's why that's going to come next. So that's box B, and finally box A. A holiday maker wants a bag to take on a plane. The maximum length for a bag to take on board a plane is 550 millimeters. Which of these bags could be taken on board? Tick the bags. So we're looking for bags that are shorter than 550 millimeters. We've got 545 millimeters. That is below 550. So that could go on the plane. 560, that is greater than 550, so we can't tick that. 595, that is greater than 550, nearly 600, so we can't tick it. 495, that is below 500, so that means it's also below 550, so we can tick that. So these are the two bags that could go on the plane. Now we move into the calculator questions. Ria wants to put a cupboard and a table in the living room. The arrow on the scale shows the width of a space in the living room, which is this one here. The width of the cupboard is 1 meter. The width of the table is 84 centimeters. Will the cupboard and table fit in the space? So the width of the space, let's just work it out. We haven't got a number here, so we're going to work it out together. It's in between 195 and 200. So if we go up by 1, let's see, 196, 197, 198, 199, 200. So that works. So this is 197 centimeters. That's the space, the width of the space. Question is, will the cupboard and table fit in the space? The cupboard is 1 meter and the width of the table, that is 84 centimeters. So all together we need to add them, but we need to first convert the width of the cupboard into centimeters. 1 meter, that is equal to 100 centimeters. Centi, just like cents in a euro, there are 100 cents in a euro, there are 100 pence in a pound, there are 100 years in a century, so that is 100 centimeters. And the width of the table, which is 84, so all together this is 184 centimeters. Is that below or smaller than 197 centimeters? Yes, it is. So they will fit in there. That's why we tick yes. Ria wants to buy a bookshelf to fit under a window. The bottom of the window is 1.43 meters from the floor. So you can imagine the window looking something like this, and this being the floor. So that gap between the bottom of the window and the floor is 1.43 meters. Ria buys the tallest bookshelf that will fit. So might be that a few bookshelves fit, but she wants the tallest of them. Which bookshelf does Ria buy? Tick the correct answer. So we've got the first one is 1.3 meters, which is lower than 1.43 meters. So that's a possible answer. 1.39 meters. Again, that is below 1.43. So that's also a possible answer. 1.35 meters. That is under 1.43. So again, that's a possible answer. 1.62 is higher than 1.43, so that's not a possible answer. Then we have 0.95, which is way under 1.43, but it's a possible answer. And then we have 1.4, which is again under 1.43, so that is also a potential answer. So we have 5 options: 1.3, 1.39, 1.35, 0.95 and 1.4. The greatest number out of these 5 is 1.4. This is like 1 meter and 40 centimeters. The rest of them are under that. This one will be 1 meter and 30 centimeters. This is 1 meter and 39 centimeters. This is 1 meter and 35 centimeters. And this is just 95 centimeters. That's why 1.4 is the highest. So that means the tallest that can fit. Brett sells business cards in a box. The length of the business cards needs to be 20 millimeters less than the length of the box. Brett says the business cards will be 6 centimeters in length. Is Brett correct? So the length of the box, that is between 5 and 10 centimeters. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so this is 9 centimeters. The length of the business cards needs to be 20 millimeters less. So millimeters are these small divisions in here, 20 of them. So if I go backwards, that'll be 10, 20. So this is how long the business cards should be, which is 7 centimeters and not 6 centimeters like Brett says. So is Brett correct? We're going to say no. And 9, take away 2 centimeters, that gives us 7 centimeters, because 20 millimeters is equal to 2 centimeters. Brett designs a poster about a concert. He puts a picture on the poster. How far is the top of the picture from the top of the poster? So here is the top of the picture, and here is the top of the poster. So we're looking for this distance here, this length. So what we're going to do is look at this length, which is 50, because both sides will be the same length. So 50, if we take away this, it will leave us with what we need. So 50 take away 30 gives us 20. 20 add 30 equals 50. So 20 centimeters and we've shown the working out on the picture. Brett makes a sign for a van. The space for the sign is 2.05 meters in length. Brett makes signs of different lengths. Which is the longest sign that fits in the space? Tick the correct answer. So first one is 1.83, which is below 2.05, so that's a possible answer. Then we have 2.2. 2.2 is higher than 2.05, so that's not a possible answer. 1.9 is below 2.05, so that is also a possible answer. 2.1, that is higher than 2.05, so that is not a possible answer. 2.15 is higher than 2.05, so that is not a possible answer. And then 1.98, that is below. So we have 3 options. Which of these is the longest? Is it 1.83, 1.9, or 1.98? 1.98 is the longest of them all, because that is 1 meter and 98 centimeters. Mina checks some websites to find cinemas near her. Mina writes down the distance from her house to each cinema. We've got Film World Cinema, 3.1 kilometers, Ronald Street Cinema, 3.2 kilometers, Star Cinema, 3.12 kilometers. Which cinema is furthest from her house? All three of them start with 3, which means we've got to focus on the second digit to decide. So that's 3.1, this is 3.2, this is 3.12. Out of these 3, 2 is the highest. That's why Ronald Street Cinema is furthest from her house. Alex plays football after lunch. The college has 4 outdoor playing fields of different lengths: 700 meters, 400 meters, 0.5 kilometers, 0.8 kilometers. Alex thinks field A is the longest. Is he correct? Give a reason for your answer. So we've got these lengths in meters and kilometers. In 1 kilometer, as we've said earlier, there are 1,000 meters. So 0.5 kilometers, 0.5, that is half. So half of 1,000, that is 500 meters. So this is the same as 500 meters. Then we have 0.8 kilometers, which is 800 meters. So comparing now, 700, 400, 500, and 800. Which of these numbers is the greatest? That is 800. So that's why D is the longest. Whereas Alex thought that it was field A, which is 700 meters. So is it correct? We're going to say no. Field D is the longest. And that's the reason. Claire wants to stay close to the beach. She finds this information. Sun Hotel, 0.5 kilometers to the beach. Palm Hotel, 490 meters to the beach. Grand Hotel, 0.6 kilometers to the beach. Vista Hotel, 540 meters to the beach. She thinks the Sun Hotel is the closest hotel to the beach. Is she correct? Give a reason for your answer. So, again, these are given in kilometers and meters. As we've just seen in one of the previous questions, 0.5 kilometers, that is 500 meters. 0.6 kilometers, that is 600 meters. So we're comparing 500, 490, 600, and 540. Which of these is the smallest? That is 490. So Palm Hotel is the closest to the beach. So we're going to say, is she correct? No. Palm Hotel is the closest to the beach. So that's the reason why we think that's not correct. Claire buys an envelope to keep her travel money in. Measure the width of the envelope. So for this question, you need to use a ruler to measure the width of the envelope, as long as you start from 0 and then read the measurement on the ruler from where the line stops, it should be absolutely fine. But it all depends on how it prints on paper, so there would be different answers, and for that reason I can't just give an answer here, but it would be in centimeters, so a number of centimeters there, depending on how it prints on paper. So I've put this question here just so that you're aware that it can appear in the exam, where you need to use a ruler and measure the length. Amy needs to order new baking trays. She finds these trays, so we have two of them. One of them is 278 millimeters long and the other one is 28 centimeters long. Amy thinks the 278 millimeters baking tray is longer than the 28 centimeter baking tray. Is she correct? Give a reason for your answer. So as we said earlier, in 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeters. So 28 centimeters, to convert them into millimeters, we do 28 times 10, which is 280 millimeters. So 278, that is lower than or smaller than 280. That's why Amy is not correct. So we're going to say no, 28 centimeters is longer, or the 28 centimeter tray is longer. And we've shown the working out with the conversion there. Kylie takes Alfie for a walk in the woods. There are 4 paths in the woods. Kylie chooses the longest path. Which path does she choose? Tick your answer. We've got 625 meters, 0.7 kilometers, 595 meters, 0.5 kilometers. As I said earlier, 0.5 kilometers, that is 500 meters. 0.7 kilometers, that is 700 meters. So we're comparing 625, 700, 595 and 500. Which of these is the longest? Which of these numbers, in fact, is the greatest? So 700 is the greatest. That's why we're going to tick P. Rachel walks these distances at the festival. Which is the longest distance? Tick your answer. So we've got Thursday 0.9 kilometers, Friday 900 meters, Saturday 1.9 kilometers, Sunday 990 meters. So we've got meters and kilometers. Let's convert them. So we said before 0.5 kilometers, that is equal to 500 meters. So half a kilometer. 0.9 is 900 meters. 1.9 is 1900 meters. So we're comparing 900 with 900 again. So Thursday and Friday, that's the same. And then Saturday 1900, which is much higher. And then we have Sunday 990 meters. So longest distance is the Saturday one, 1.9 kilometers or 1900 meters. A family sees a poster for a fun fair. It says children have to be over 102 centimeters tall to go on the rides. They need to check their child's height before they go to the fun fair. So child height, that is just under 100, and it says that they have to be over 102 centimeters. So this is 100, so 102 would be about here. So it needs to be over that, more than that, and it isn't the case. So can the child go on the rides? We're going to say no. And the reason is that the height of the child is under 100 centimeters. You don't need to specify to say like 98 or 99, whatever it might be. But if you want to, you can. A man wants to buy a wardrobe. The shop has these wardrobes. He measures the space for the wardrobe. Edge of the space comes to here. So that is in between 141 and 142 centimeters. So just over 141. Which wardrobes will fit into the space? So looking at the models, we've got M20 135 centimeters, which is below 141, so that is going to fit. M40 is 155, which is higher than 141, so that's not going to fit. M50 is 140, which is below 141, so that will fit as well. M70 is 138 centimeters, which is below 141, so that will fit as well. M80 is 210, which is much higher than 141 or 142, so that will not fit. So we've got M20, M50 and M70 that fit. Which wardrobe should the man buy? Give a reason for your answer. So we've got the prices as well. M20 is £340, M50 is 325, which is lower than 340, and M70 is 270, so it's the cheapest and it's also the widest. So I'm going to pick M70 with a price of £290, and I'm going to say the reason is that it is the widest that fits and the cheapest. The farmer decides to rent the field. It needs a new fence all the way around the edge. He measures the sides of the field. What length of fencing will he need? Space for working out. So he needs a new fence all the way around the edge. So that means we go in 135, add 65, add 135, and 65. That gives us 400, so that's 400 meters. Wire fencing is sold in 50-meter rolls. What number of rolls will the farmer need to buy? Show you're working out. So he needs 400 meters of fencing in total. If we divide that by 50, because that's how long a roll is, then we can work out the number of rolls. So 400 divided by 50 gives us 8, so 8 rolls are needed. The leisure centre has 5 swimming pools. Pool 1 is 7,400 millimeters, pool 2 850 centimeters, pool 3 8 meters, pool 4 750 centimeters, pool 5 8,100 millimeters. And if one wants to swim in the longest pool, what is the length of the longest pool? So we've got these in millimeters, centimeters, meters. So I'm going to convert them all into centimeters because that's kind of the middle point. So I'm going to keep 850 centimeters for pool 2 and 750 centimeters for pool 4. 8 meters, that's going to be converted to 800 centimeters because there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, so 8 meters, that is 8 times 100, which is 800 centimeters. Then we have 7,400 millimeters. We said that in 1 centimeter there are 10 millimeters, so 7,400, if we divide it by 10, it gives us the number of centimeters. So that is 740. And we have 8,100 millimeters. Again, if we divide that by 10, gives us 810 centimeters. So we can now compare. We've got 740 centimeters, 850, 800, 750, and 810. Which of these numbers is the greatest? That is 850 centimeters, and that is Paul 2, 850 centimeters. The dog walks 1.25 kilometers every day. How far does he walk in a week? So that is 7 days in a week. So 7 times 1.25 gives us 8.75 kilometers. And this is the end of the questions.